didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Cousins picked by his ex-teammate Andrew Sendejo. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Following the interception, Cousins. He will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
80 weapon.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Demaryius Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Now Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Wentz now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
61, match box.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Uses the spin, and he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and count.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This is Corey Clement, the third-year back from Wisconsin. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Corey Clement, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Catch made there by Derby, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Good route here.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Well, later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Check 31, check 31.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards there and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Mike, hurry up, back. 280! Double tight, guys, double tight.
On first and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Yeah, baby! Yeah,
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Here we go. 180! 59, Mike to 59. 82! 59! Mike's 50. 2 Jack. 65! Check 50.
Wentz now on third and goal. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Wentz's pass complete to number 86, Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jake Elliott.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, spinning away. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They toss to Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On first down, Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
High 7.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
53.
3rd and long for Cousins. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. They find some open field here. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On second down, Freeman. And he loses the football a second time. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 280! Man 5-7. Here's 2. Here we go. 51. 5.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. And he fires one incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Throwing is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 280! That's what I do. Check 59, Mike. Kill. 59, Mike to 59. Let's go. Done. Mike 59. Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Marshall, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it here with Blunt, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Oh, you got deep? Here we go.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Malcolm Jenkins
Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an Demaryius Thomas. Touchdown, Vikings. Demaryius Thomas, 91 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Get the ball! Shorty!
Wentz now on 1st down. That's caught by Jackson. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go, D. Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down, 3 down. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle 1st down.
Waiting. 59. Hey, watch your leg. Check. Rip. Rocky.
On 1st down, Howard. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 9-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check.
This complete left side to Aguilar. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
59, mark, 59, mark. Check, 59.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 1, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing, Cousins. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. 120. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They go with Howard again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Back. 280. 59. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the